In today's episode, let's start off the year with this simple but delicious coconut cake. I'm going to be topping it with some red whipped cream frosting, and I hope you enjoy. This is such an easy recipe that you can definitely try. I'm going to be listing the ingredients as we go along. So without further ado, let's get started. First things first, we'll start off by creaming our margarine together with the sugar, and I'm going to be using half a cup of margarine or 125 grams, and I'm going to be adding in half a cup of sugar. I'm going to mix this for a couple of minutes till it's pale. Then once my sugar is fully dissolved and the mixture has become pale, I'm going to be adding in my 2 eggs. As always, remember to add in your eggs one at a time, and this helps you in building air so that your cake can become fluffy. At this point, I'm going to go in with a pinch of salt, and a pinch of salt in this case is relative. I'm going to be adding in about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon or half a tablespoon of vanilla essence, and I'm going to be adding in my coconut cream. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of coconut cream. This is going to give our cake the coconut flavor that we want. Then I'm going to combine that for a couple of seconds till I'm happy. Once I'm happy with the results, I'm going to add in my all-purpose flour that I'm going to be mixing with some baking powder. I'm going to add in 1 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour, and I'm going to mix that with 1 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder. Once I've mixed the two, I'm going to be adding it into my mixture together with some milk, and I'm using 1/2 cup of milk. So I'm going to be alternating the two, starting with the flour and ending with the flour. If you decide to add your flour in 2 steps, you're going to add in your milk in 1 step. And in my case, I'm going to be adding my flour in 3 steps. So I'm going to start off with the flour, the milk, the flour, the milk, and finally I'm going to go in with my last batch of flour. Then once that is well combined to my liking, I'm going to go in with my coconut flakes. So you'll need about half a cup of coconut flakes or 40 grams. Then I'm going to combine this using a spatula, and just like that, my simple coconut butter is ready. In today's episode, I'm going to be lining my tin with a parchment paper. I haven't added any margarine to my baking pan. I'm not going to be adding any oil. I'm not going to be dusting it with flour. I'm just going to put a parchment paper at the bottom. Then I'll add in my butter. Then I'll bang it on the countertop for a couple of seconds. And just like that, my butter is ready to go into the oven. My oven has been preheating at 175 degrees, and I'm going to bake this for about 25 to 30 minutes, or till when you insert a skewer or a toothpick at the center, it comes out clean. As my cake is cooling, let's work on the whipped cream. So I'm going to be using the powdered whipped cream, and I'm going to be mixing that with some milk. For the measurements, you'll need the ratio of 1:1. So for every 1 portion of whipped cream, you'll need 1 portion of cold milk. I emphasize on the cold milk, but it's not necessary. But with cold milk, you'll achieve your results very fast. So I added in about 1/4 cup of the powdered cream. Then I added in a bit of red food color because I was testing out something. Then I also added in some coconut flakes and some vanilla essence. That's it for the cream, and it's that simple. So let me explain something. I was baking this cake to have it the following day. But as my cake was baking, I had some impromptu visitors. So we had to enjoy this cake on that particular day. I was testing out on something and I didn't end up testing it. So we are going to redo this particular recipe another day. And on that other day, I'll get to test what I was testing. So in this day, once my cake was just cold enough, I added my whipped cream and topped it with a few other toppings. That includes some chocolate chips, some sprinkles, and also some coconut flakes. And that's it. So we ended up enjoying this cake, and it was very delicious. It was very tasty. And as I mentioned, this is such an easy cake recipe that you should definitely try at home. If at all you want to know how to bake using a Jiko, let me know down in the comment section. And if at all you also want to know how to bake using a gas, let me also know that in the comment section. I'm going to be serving my cake with some milk, and I hope you enjoyed. That's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this with a friend. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.